Well, good morning. I'm Joe Beeson, Director of International Community School in Singapore. It's a joy to be here. Noelle Fleischman, our middle school principal. If Noelle will stand up, I don't think all of you saw her earlier. She's with me, so. Today I want to talk a little bit for just a few minutes and then show a short video and then close with an article that one of our students just recently wrote for our school newspaper. But I want to talk a little bit about the blessings that God has given us at ICS in Singapore. Over the years, we've struggled for a place to meet, and of course, several years ago, He provided us with a campus that we're able to lease from the country of Singapore, the Singapore Land Authority. And last year was the first year we've ever been able to have our own graduation on our own campus, at our own building, and it was just such a blessing to see that God had done that after all these years. And so we were able last year to remodel our gymnasium, make it into an auditorium, as well as a gymnasium, and so it was just great to be able to have graduation right there at our facility. We also just finished up, right before I left, our international night. Same thing, we had it there on campus in our facility, and we had like 700 people in our auditorium. That's a gymnatorium, but they were crammed in there to hear our international program. It was just really a blessing to see what God's done for us, and we know He's doing great things. A couple of prayer requests I want you to pray for, though. Singapore is going through some changes in its structure of its foreign system schools, and they have instituted a new, they call it an enhanced registration scheme for foreign system schools. And what that means is that every foreign system school is going back through registration with the government of Singapore. And so we're in the midst of trying to figure out how best to accomplish that. And they keep telling us how really easy it is. And as we get into the process, we realize how complicated it is. So I appreciate your prayers about that, and we're busy doing that to get that taken care of. Also, continue to pray for our enrollment. We're thankful to see that enrollment's starting to go back up. Singapore was heavily hit with the economic crisis. In the spring of 2008, the government was actually talking about providing new properties to international schools because there were so many on the wait list at some of the larger international schools. As a matter of fact, one international school that had 3,800 students enrolled had between 400 and 600 students on a waiting list. That same school, 1 year later, had called two of our parents to ask them if they wanted to come back to their school. And so it really helped us realize that everyone was really being hit by the economic crisis. So we had lost some students and had prepared for that, but God enabled us then to open with about 354 students. And now we've got 362 enrolled. That's about 30 down from what we finished last year, but we know that God's going to continue to send the kids in. And so just keep praying. We're excited to see that things are beginning to turn around and that God's going to meet the need for the students. So that's really important. And we're also happy to let you know that God's changing lives. We're seeing parents come to Christ, and that's always a blessing. We have a short promo video that we've used for the last couple years, but it really helps present the heart of ICS, and so we want to share that with you now.
Teachers are very caring for the kids and very concerned about their well-being, not just academically, but also as an overall well-being of the child.
I just think that the children are known by name, by the gate guard, by the business administrator, by all the principals.
It is very caring. I mean, ever since we came last year, they've welcomed us in and made us a part of the community.
The teachers really care about you as a person, not just as a student who they need to give assignments to. And
my daughter, for one, has a harder time leaving my side, and there's always a teacher that will step in and seems to peel her away from me and just comfort her until it's time for her to line up for her class.
The teachers pray on a regular basis for our kids. They really truly care.
Each student is not only loved and cared for, he's a student for whom Christ gave his life.
Everybody's very, very friendly. Everybody knows my son's name already and knows mine, and the principal gave him a hug, the teacher gave him a hug. I wouldn't see anything like this happen.
They're always willing to go the extra mile to help the kids, whether it's after school. They're just there to help our kids, and we appreciate that.
I love my job. I love what I do because I've been through it myself. I was a mom, then a part-time staff, and now a full-time staff.
Every teacher is involved in some extracurricular activity at some point during the year because they're here to invest their lives with kids.
The teachers are very dedicated. A lot of them I see here late at night into the early morning hours. A lot of the time it's surprising.
It's nice. I mean, I like it here. The kids like me to be here also.
Very high academically and really impressed with the students' abilities.
Our students can take AP courses in the high school. Our students in grades 1 through 8 take the Stanford Achievement Test, and we always score significantly above the national average.
The level of understanding and ability to analyze and communicate among the students, I'm pretty surprised at.
85 to 95% in every year of our graduating classes go on to a four-year college.
They have high GPAs and good SAT scores.
In terms of what colleges they go to, I can tell you they go to UC Berkeley, Purdue University, MIT. My own son goes to VMI.
I've seen the academics in other schools and can say that yes, I've seen children transition back to the U.S. and do quite well.
The biggest sport here is basketball.
Yeah, ICS has won like a lot of championships and stuff.
We're starting different other sports programs like soccer, baseball, volleyball. There are lots of opportunities for the kids to perform and to kind of show what their talents are. There's also other ECAs that we have, like hip hop, dance, and all the kids love that.
Commitment to God is very evident from the teachers, from the principal down. We like that, and we see our kids also blossoming in their own decision to follow Christ for themselves.
It's very friendly.
It's like a family community and stuff, and like the teachers care about you.
They're really nice and help you with your school, help you understand.
There's this sense that there's always something going on and that I want to be a part of it.
Community has that family feeling. When I look at the students, it's almost like I'm just at a family reunion.
The children, they really love this school. They would not want to leave the school because of the friendships that they've made.
It's not just the students that are going to school here and connecting, but it's also parents that are able to connect with other parents in a variety of ways.
I guess I like the environment, the fact that it's a Christian school and the teachers are really good, and so I can be learning and still have a Christian environment around. I guess I've learned the value of good friends and keeping God first in their life.
Kids love being here, and they love spending time here with friends, with teachers, with administrators, all of that. There's a real sense of community in all of that.
I think everybody think of sending their kids to a school and they're choosing the housing, the location, and I said to them, well, ICS is not necessarily one of such school, but ICS is a caring community.
It really is a caring community. People reach out to you when there's a need. People pray for you. We know when there is something, a crisis, we all email each other and call each other to ask for prayer. So that is something that really makes the school unique.
International Community School. Community is our middle name, and so we spend the time necessary to create that community so that everyone feels a part and everyone can feel loved at ICS.
So to me, it's less of something I can define. It's more something I think we all feel.
You will see here that we're educating not just a kid, we're educating the entire child.
Here's an article written for our elementary school newspaper by a fifth grader, and it kind of sums up what the title, what we're all about. The title of the article is Having a Relationship with God. So here's the question. Do you have a strong relationship with God? Well, if you don't, I shall be gracious and tell you the secrets of building a strong relationship with God. By saying this, I don't mean that God will actually talk to you verbally, but he will make miracles happen right in front of your eyes, or some other things. First, I want to tell you that I didn't really know or worship God. I just went to church with my mom because she told me to. However, I have just learned about God and how he loved the world that he gave his only Son, Jesus Christ, to die on the cross so that our sins may be forgiven. So you should think about this very seriously. We didn't do anything for Jesus, so why did he die for us? Well, he loved us so much that he didn't mind dying on the cross for us. Secondly, you should frequently, no wait, you should always, when you get the chance, say thank you to God and his Son Jesus. Although he won't reply to you like your friend or mom does, he is up in heaven listening to you pray. Always pray to him. For example, before you take a test, before you sleep, after you wake up, and way more. Pray to him about everything. He can be your protector, with you in every step you take. So as soon as you read this, put your hands together, close your eyes, bow your head, and thank God for sending Jesus down. I would appreciate it if you would keep this article, and then in about 15 years, when you have a child, read this and think, would you have willingly given up your child to die on the cross for other people? Praise God for his love. So that's what we're about, and God sent his Son to die for this child. He put a school in Singapore for this child. He dragged some guy when he was 50 years old from some monocultural society in West Milton, Ohio, to Singapore for this child. And so I trust that that'll be your prayer as well. Thank you.